Good evening, my name is Ginger Koblasz. Every school day, thousands of children in San Bernardino County walk, bike, or roll to school. Unfortunately, not all of them make it home safely. Zooming in on safety was developed to move beyond anecdotal concerns and toward a more data-driven understanding of where student safety risks are greatest. Using GIS, I created a prioritization framework that integrates collision history, traffic exposure, infrastructure conditions, and equity indicators to help identify where investments may have the greatest impact. The goal is not just to analyze safety, but to support more transparent and data-informed decision-making. The study focused on three main questions. First, which schools have the highest active transportation safety risk based on collisions, traffic exposure, and infrastructure conditions? Second, how do these factors relate to one another? For example, do higher crash locations also have higher traffic volumes, greater infrastructure gaps, or higher levels of socioeconomic disadvantage? And third, can a replicable GIS model be created to support ongoing prioritization and investment decisions? One important finding was that disadvantaged communities did not consistently have less active transportation infrastructure. In fact, the analysis showed a slight negative relationship between disadvantaged and infrastructure gaps, suggesting that many disadvantaged areas have already received substantial infrastructure investment. However, the analysis also showed that infrastructure alone does not strongly predict crash frequency. The relationship between infrastructure gaps and collision was relatively weak, suggesting that adding facilities alone does not fully address safety concerns. In contrast, traffic exposure showed a more noticeable relationship with crash frequency, particularly among secondary schools. Higher adjacent traffic volumes were generally associated with higher crash counts, which aligns with previous transportation safety research. At the same time, the relationship was still moderate rather than absolute, reinforcing the importance of a multi-factor prioritization framework. Ultimately, this project demonstrates that school safety is influenced by overlapping factors, including infrastructure conditions, traffic exposure, and surrounding community characteristics. The findings also show that infrastructure alone does not fully explain collision patterns, while traffic exposure appears to play a more significant role in student safety risks. By combining these factors into a composite GIS framework, agencies can use a more comprehensive and reliable approach to prioritization that can support future planning, funding decisions, and safe routes to school investments over time. Thank you for your time.